This is Dr. Vinay Kumar. Today I would like to talk to you about stress management. Nowadays, everyone talks about stress. If there is a small incident also causes stress for everybody else. Let it be a school-going student, a college-going student, adult, let it be anybody, undergoes stress every time. And that's why it has become very important to have the proper stress management. Now, what is stress? It is the demand exceeds the physical and then social resources that we can mobilize. Or we also can say the demand exceeds or the expectation exceeds more than what we can do. And so naturally the disappointment occurs and that becomes a stress. The feeling that I am not going to do it, I am not able to do it, that is stress. All the people believe that there cannot be a stress-free life. Yes, there cannot be a stress-free life at all. Everybody undergoes stress. The only difference is the amount of stress that one has. And also, one more difference, how one deals with that stress. And that's why stress management has become very, very important. As I told you, everyone suffers either once or twice or every time the stress. And if one is able to manage that, he wins. It's not that all the stress is bad. There are two types of stresses. One is a negative stress and one is a positive stress. The negative stress is distress. And there is a positive stress that is called eustress. That brings in positive vibration. It's a positive stress. Initially, we may feel bad about it, but later on, afterwards, the result will be a positive one. That is eustress. So all the stress is not bad. Now, always prevention is better than cure. Before we get the stress, it's always better to find out what causes stress. So we can try to stop that one. But to control stress, we can have 2 or 3 things that we can do. That is what I am going to explain to you today. One thing that you can do is some simple exercises, yoga and meditation, that may reduce the stress because you are getting physical and mental steadiness and you will be able to control your stress to somewhat extent. A regular exercising can make the stress come down. If you are a person who gets stressed very often, I would suggest you keep a diary of events. What causes stress more? And when you analyze that after a month or two, what is the area or which time you get the stress, because of what you get the stress, the cause of the stress. Instead of finding out the symptom, we can just see the cause and then reduce that one. It is just like getting a headache. If you go to a good doctor, the doctor doesn't give the ordinary medicine to cure the headache, but he finds out the cause for the headache and he treats that. And that is the thing. So once you get the stress, you will be able to analyze. When you see a chain of occasions, then you will be able to find out what causes stress and you can try to avoid those things. Let us see what all things can be done other than exercising and meditation. One thing that you can do is stop multitasking. That is, chewing more than what you can take in. Don't put in too much into your mouth so that you will not be able to chew. So when your work also should be like that. Limit your work. Work only how much you can. Don't say yes to the work that you are not able to do. And don't do 2-3 things together. Let one gets over and then take the next one. That is systematically doing your tasks instead of multitasking. Whatever happens, avoid self-medication. Self-medication, what I mean is, nowadays what people do is, when you get stressed, to remove the stress, you go and take some alcohol or you become addicted to some drugs. This is more dangerous because drug and your alcohol will make the stress more. And when you come out of the alcoholic condition, you will feel more stressed. And so it is always better not to have the self-medication, either tablets or alcohol or drugs. Please avoid that. You must avoid it. You can have a free talk with somebody else. You can talk it out. This is the most effective way of getting rid of your stress. Talk to a person whom you believe will help you. A counselor is the best person that you can talk to, or your dearest friend. Once you talk it out, everything can be reduced. Half of your weight in your mind will come out when you talk to somebody else. And you will be telling the cause of the stress also, so that if he is a good counselor, will be able to give you the remedy. It is always better to have regular entertainment in your life, not at the time of the stress, but keep the entertainment and outing a regular feature in your life. Let your life be not restricted with your house and office. There is something more than that. So have some entertainment, time allowed for the entertainment in your life with your family members, and don't forget to arrange outings with your family members. That will reduce your stress also. And always have a positive attitude. Don't think that you are the only person who has stress. There is every individual coming with the stress or passing through stress. As I told you earlier, the only difference is how they deal with that, how they take it. That's the only thing. There is no point in worrying about the future. And there is no point in thinking about the past, the mistakes. Take all those past mistakes as learning lessons and then live today. When you live today very well, all your yesterdays will be only a remembrance or a memory, and all your tomorrows will be very bright ones. Start living today. If you like this video, share it with somebody else, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you again in my next video. Bye. Take care.